1 month ago, this was just dirt and dreams. Now, it's two beautiful wooden structures side by side, being built by two totally different builders and two totally different approaches. The goal is to figure out which is the most effective way to build on this remote island, where we have no electricity, skilled labor is pretty scarce, many materials have to be shipped from other islands, and weather delays are just a part of life. This experiment could save us a fortune, or it could teach us a pretty expensive lesson. Only time will tell as we try to build our dream out here in remote Indonesia. We're Wade and Monia. We left our lives in Dubai 5 years ago during COVID and bought this piece of land with a plan to build a slower life and a small community of like-minded neighbors around us. Since our last video, we left the island for a month, and today we arrived back to this.
Holy shit. Oh, look at this. That's huge. That's so big, man.
Pretty crazy.
First home. First home. Oh my God. We have wooden house and goats.
I'm sure you've probably got a few questions, like why two buildings? How are they different? Which one is which? What are we doing for sewage and water out here in the middle of nowhere? And maybe when will they be finished? So let me explain. One of these buildings will be our home. The other will be for friends and family when they want to visit. And I guess eventually one day for guests who want to experience this place too. But they're being built completely differently. That one, the big one, is our home. And it's a full custom build. Everything is done on site by Steve and his team. And it's more of a traditional construction kind of deal with hand selected materials. But this one is a juggalo system. It's built in Sumatra and then it's shipped here in pieces like IKEA furniture and then assembled on site by Bima and our team of men from the local village across the road. Our communication with everybody is still really slow, but we're learning pretty fast.
Cantik.
Siapa namamu? Siapa namamu? Frankie. Frankie. Saya Monica.
Monica.
Senang bertemu kamu.
Senang bertemu dengan
Ya.
Monica. Orangnya baik.
Baik.
We're able to talk and understand each other, and I guess we're able to build together. We're really proud of that. But of course, we want to get better, and I think the goal is by the time that this is finished, we hope to be fluent in Indonesian. I wasn't going to share too much about this one yet because we are still testing it. So what happened was we left for 1 month after they started the foundations of that house next to us. And in that month, we ended up meeting or finding another guy who builds juggalos in Sumatra. And he ships them across and puts them up on your land in a very short space of time. And he's also much, much cheaper. But we weren't sure about the quality, the condition of how good the build would be. So we decided to do a test with a small unit. And based on how this turns out, we'll decide whether or not we want to use this solution to continue building the rest. Because if this comes out good, we really get to save a lot of money. The only catch is that this unit doesn't, Bima, he's the guy who builds this one, he doesn't build your bathrooms and he doesn't do the mechanical and engineering and electric. So this will have no electricity, no plumbing, and no bathroom. So we need the builder from that house to complete that stuff in this one. But in our next video, I think I'll go into a bit more detail about that because there's a lot about this and we don't really know how the two solutions merge. I guess it's just an ongoing experiment. If this turns out good, who knows? Maybe on our next day, we'll actually be sleeping here, eh? The most important things in this test are quality. Which one feels like it's built better? Which one feels like it's going to hold up the longest? Which one has better systems? Which approach makes sense when you're building somewhere this remote with limited resources, with a team that we're still learning how to work with, and which one is most efficient in the end? I guess the final question is paying more for a full custom builder the smartest route? Or can we achieve the same result with a more hands-on approach?
I can't deny that what I see here on the smaller unit is really impressive. Where the other bigger unit is built with the builder from Bali, and seems like they, so far, I don't want to speak too fast, but so far seems like they spoke big game and they gave a lot of big promises. And unfortunately, I must say I'm a little bit disappointed at this point, because we've been here on Sumba now for 5 days and nothing happened on the bigger unit. And it's like, as long as I can understand everything, we have already more than a month delays because of the weather, because the truck got stuck, because so many reasons. And now, apparently, they don't have enough wood on the site, which means their systems are definitely not working, or they are not telling us something and they are not involving us into something. It's the very beginning of the process, but it's a very interesting learning for both of us, that you really have to be constantly on your tippy toes when you are building.
I'm taking some photos. There's a few planks in the wood, or like there's a few planks that seem to not be connected perfectly, or to, I don't know, they just don't look like they've fixed perfectly. And I don't know if that's something that doesn't matter because maybe it's not structural planks or something, but I'm thinking I'll just take a photo of it anyway. You want to show that plank over there? That looks like it might need like one more screw. I think it's clear that we're going to experience many differences with these two buildings and their builders and their systems. So far, it seems the quality between the two is kind of equal, but it's the systems where we're actually learning the most right now. The cheaper one seems to be moving really fast, but like I said, we still need to do a lot of finishing work on that. So I guess the journey is the journey. Beyond these wooden structures though, there's the next layer of complexity. There's the systems that make this place actually livable, like the sewage, the off-grid solutions, and this is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. Now I am standing in our bathroom. So up until the end there this will all be the bathroom. This will basically be a counter. Our toilet will be in that corner over there. And one of the biggest questions that we get is, what will we do for sewage and our waste removal? So we'll be putting in septic tanks. Each septic tank can host 2 toilets, so 2 units. And the bottom of our land, the dip, the famous dip, which we have struggled to find out what to do with, will actually become a catchment area for all of the grey water. So we will install septic tanks and the flushed filtered water will rush out into the dip. And later on, we might be able to use that for some sort of catchment grey area for rainwater. Maybe we can use it for farming. We'll have to figure that all down the line. But to begin with, we're going to use the gradient of the land to actually take the grey water out. The next thing I wanted to talk about on the topic of eco solutions and the decisions that we're making here on the cliff is the runoff that goes into the ocean. So because we have Liam and Carla, their whole mission for their project is the conservation of the reef just off the cliff. And they've given us a lot of tips on certain products and chemicals that we can't be using and how we can manage our runoff into the ocean not to affect any of the marine life here off of the cliff. To be very honest with you, that's not even something that crossed my mind. So I'm super grateful to have them a part of this and to help us with those decisions along the way. So as we go, we're going to be trying to figure out all of these solutions step by step. As we learn, we find new solutions, but we don't know what we don't know. And that's about as far as we've come for now. Try keep our footprint as minimal as possible. And now that I have you here, Liam and Carla, please come in here because I want to introduce you to. These are the guys that are going to connect us to the ocean. These are very important assets that we have here on the cliff. They will be building their house and their fishing resort down that way, about what, 150 meters?
250, yeah.
About 250 meters that way. And without them, getting in the water is a lot more scary because Liam works as a commercial diver and he makes everything seem a lot safer. He can shoot fish. He likes to say, what? You put a hole in fish?
Put a hole in it, yeah.
Put a hole in it. So thanks to Liam and Carla, actually our life and our connection to the water is going to be a whole lot more enjoyable. And I'm going to learn how to spearfish. I have no idea how to spearfish, but Liam's going to teach me. And eventually we'll be able to catch some fish right here off the cliff, and that'll make life a whole lot better.
So Liam gonna teach you how to do spearfishing, and Carla gonna teach me how to dive and how to feel safe in the water, because Carla is a professional diving teacher.
Yeah, and actually, just before we end on that, that's one of the really cool things about what we're building here. This is our house and our project behind us, but there's more that's going to pop up next to us. We're trying to create a really cool community, Sumba Sunset Cliff, where we have people like Liam and Carla and others who have different skills and have different passion projects that they want to bring to life. And so together, we all kind of build a destination, and we don't all have to do everything at once. I think it's best we save the details of the community for another video, because honestly, there's a lot to talk about with Liam and Carla, and also the bigger vision for this place. But like I said, that's a whole nother episode. Right now, while I've been doing all the talking, Monia's been dying to take you inside, to show you the actual spaces, where everything's gonna go, and what our home will actually look like. So let me hand it over to her.
Okay, so let's start here. Do you see these two big beams? There's gonna be a separation between our kitchen counter, and behind me, we're gonna have a walk-in closet and literally stairs up, because all the up there gonna be a bedroom, and below the bedroom we're gonna have a beautiful bathroom, which I'm gonna show you later. Okay, so here we have 1 meter kitchen counter, and when I go here it's gonna finish, but I'm gonna have a door here, and I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna have my secret pantry here. So I'm gonna have a fridge and another sink, and don't forget that like poles like this, they're not gonna be here, okay? So this is actually whole space, and I know it's hard to imagine, because it's even hard to imagine for me, and I know the plans, okay? So I'm gonna have my fridge, my jars, all the rest. And here I'm gonna have my kitchen counter where I'm gonna cook, but it's gonna be nice and clean. Here we're gonna have our kitchen counter. We're gonna have a nice gap, beautiful dining table for 6 people. And here we're gonna have our sofa, nice, large, soft, spongy. So we can sit here and look at the ocean. How sick, hey? Where you have this stick here, basically, when I take this stick and I put it here next to it, there's gonna be my pole. So whenever I want to spin around, I'm gonna just push the sofa to the side, and I'm gonna finally have my pole dance with the ocean front. Hey, the dreams really can come true. Crazy. So yeah, we have to install the proper beam so it's stable and safe. We're gonna have a nice coffee table, but this is only gonna be all easy to move around. We're gonna place some beautiful plants. And by the way, from here to here, I don't know if you can see me, it's our house. And this front gonna be our balcony. So still nicely sheltered. We're gonna put some nice chairs, but like super comfortable. So we can every day wake up and sit on the front of our house and drink coffee, watching the water. For me personally, the cherry on the top from this trip is the connection we made with the local boys who live in the village just next to us and who sit on our land every single day, and they helping build our house and the rental unit. And they really absolutely adorable, kind and sweet, and we were really able to communicate with them pretty well this time. So I as well really hope for some collaboration once we come back.
Yeah.
And we just want to really create for these people opportunities to work with us, and for them to not only help us, you know, build our life here, but we want to help them improve their life here on their own land as well. And they seem to be super keen and happy to have us around. And this really makes me feel very, very good.
Yeah, we might do the fence and the gates and everything with them. So
hopefully
that would bring down the cost a lot. That would make it a lot more interactive, which is something we're looking forward to. So yeah, tune in for another one. We'll see you guys in the next video.